हर हर गंगे, जय माँ Gange, Hanuman ji Maharaj ki jai. Welcome to this evening's Tuesday Satsang. We are going to commence with a few preliminary mantras. If you have water, kindly sprinkle on yourselves and all around you. Om apavitraha pavitro va sarvavastam gatopi va yah smaret pundari kaksham savahapyantraha shuchihi. Sip water from the palm of your right hand 3 times. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Om Narayanaya Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. Om Rishikeshaya Namaha. Om Govindaya Namaha. Om Madhusudanaya Namaha. If you have a goose ring, you should put it on the right hand ring finger of your hand. Om Pavitresto Vaishnavyo Saviturvaha Prasava Utpunam Yachidrena Pavitrena Suryasya Rashmibihi Tasya Te Pavitrapate Pavitraputasya Yata Kamaha Pune Tachakeyam. You should now apply chandan to your forehead using the thumb of your right hand. Start at the top of your nose and move upwards. Om Chandanam Vandyate Nityam Pavitram Papanashanam Apadam Harate Nityam Lakshmir Vasati Sarvadha. If you have not lit your house lamp, you should light it now. Om Bhodhipa Tvam Brahma Rupa Andakara Nivaraka Imam Maya Kritam Pujam Grihastejo Pravardhaya. Om Deepaya Namaha. Sprinkle water on your seat, thinking of Mother Earth and seeking her blessings. Om Prithvi Tvaya Dhrita Loka Devi Tvam Vishnu Nadhrita Tvansha Dharyaman Devi Pavitrang Kuru Chasanam. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. We are now going to commence with the recitation of Veda mantras and other Dhyan mantras. The mantras are going to come up on your screen. I encourage you to try and recite with me, and sooner than later you will also be reciting them as accurately as possible. While we are reciting these mantras, you should focus your mind on Bhagwan. Om. 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 Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Para Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Dhyanamoolam Gururamurtihi, Pujaamoolam Gurupadam, Mantramoolam Gururavakyam, Mokshamoolam Guru Kripa. Om Swasti na Indro Vridashravah, Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedah, Swasti nastarkshorarishthanemi, Swasti no Brihaspatirdadatu. Om Paya Pritivyam Paya Aushadishu Payo Divyantarikshe Payodah Payasvatihi Pradishaha Santomayam. Om Vishnoratamasi Vishnoho Snaptresto Vishnoho Syurasi Vishnordhruvasi Vaishnavamasi Vishnavetva. Om Agnir Devata Vato Devata Suryo Devata Chandrama Devata Vasavo Devata Rudra Devata Aditya Devata Marto Devata Vishwe Deva Devata Vrihaspatir Devatendro Devata Varuno Devata. ॐ द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगुं शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरौषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वगुं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि ॐ विश्वानि देव सवितर्दुरितानि परासुव यद्भद्रन्तन्न आसुव ॐ आनो भद्रः क्रतवो यन्तु विश्वतो दग्धासो अपरीतास उद्भिदः देवानो यथा सदमिद्रिदे असन्न प्रायुवो रक्षितारो दिवे दिवे ॐ देवानां भद्रसुमतिर्जूय तान् देवानागं रातिरभिनो निवर्ततां देवानागं सख्यमुपसेदिमावयन् देवान् आयुः प्रतिरन्तु जीवसे ॐ तान् पूर्वयानि विदाहुमहे वयं भगं मित्रं हदितिं दक्षमस्त्रिधम् हरयमनं वरुणगुं सोममश्विना सरस्वती नः सुभगमयस्करात् ॐ तन्नो वातो मयो भुवातु भेषजन्तन्माता पृथिवी तत्पिताद्यः तद्घ्रावाणः सोमसुतो मयु भुवस्तदश्विना शिनुतन्दिष्ण्यायुवम् ॐ तमीशानं जगतस्तस्तुषस्पतिन्दियन् जिनवमवसेहुमहे वयम् पूषाणो यथा वेदसाम सद्वृदे रक्षिता पायुरधब्धः स्वस्तये ॐ स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृदश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्योररिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ पृषदश्वा मरुतः पृश्निमातरः शुभं ह्यावानो विदतेषु जग्मयः अग्निजिह्वामनवः सूरचक्षसो विश्वेनो देवा अवसागमन्निह ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा भद्रं पश्येमाक्षवीर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्ट्वागुंसंस्तनूभिर्व्यशेमहि देवहितं यदायुः ॐ शतमिन्नो शरदो अन्ति देवा यत्रा नश्चक्रजरसन्तनूनां पुत्रासो यत्र पितरो भवन्ति मानो मध्या हृषितायुरगन्तोः ॐ अदितिर्द्यौरदितिरन्तरिक्षम् अदितिर्माता स पिता स पुत्रः विश्वे देवा अदितिः पञ्चजन अदितिर्जातम् अदितिर्जनित्वम् ॐ ह्रीचं वाचं प्रपद्ये मनूयजुः प्रपद्ये साम प्राणं प्रपद्ये चक्षुः श्रोत्रं प्रपद्ये वागौजः सहोजो मही प्राणापानौ ॐ तं पग्निभिरनुगच्छेम देवाः पुत्रैर्भ्रातृभिरुतवा हिरण्ये नाकं गृभ्नानः सुकृतस्य लोके तृतीये पृष्ठे अधिरोचने दिवः ॐ आयुष्यं वर्चस्य गुं रायस्पोषमोद्भिदम् इदगुं हिरण्यं वर्चस्व जेत्राय विशतादुमाम् ॐ द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगुं शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरौषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वगुं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि ॐ यतो यतः समीहसे तथो नो अभयं कुरु शन्नः कुरु प्रजाभ्यो भयन्नः पशुभ्यः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः सुशान्तिर्भवतु ॐ हे रम्ब तुमे यहि अम्बिका त्रयम्बकात्मज सिद्धि बुद्धि पते त्रयक्ष लक्षलाभ पितु पितः नागास्य नागहार त्वं गणराज चतुर्भुज भूषितः स्वायुधे दिव्यै पाशाङ्कुश परश्वधे आवाहयामि पूजार्थं रक्षार्थं च ममाकृतः इहागत्य गृहाणा त्वं पूजां क्रतुं च रक्ष मे। ॐ मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये। अञ्जनीगर्भसम्भूतं कपीन्द्रं सचिवोत्तमं रामप्रियं नमस्तुभ्यं हनुमान् रक्ष सर्वदा। ॐ ध्यायेदाजानुबाहुं धृतशरधनुषं बद्धपद्मासनस्थं पीतं वासोवसानं नवकमलादलस्पर्धिनेत्रं प्रसन्नं वामाङ्कारूढ सीतामुखकमलमिललोचनं नीरधावं नानालङ्कारदीप्तं दततमुरुजटमण्डलं रामचन्द्रम्। ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैर्वेदैः साङ्गपदाक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थितः तत्कतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुः देवाय तस्मै नमः। ॐ वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। ॐ शान्तं पद्मासनस्थं शशधरमुकुटं पञ्चवक्त्रं त्रिनेत्रं शूलं वज्रं च खड्गं परशुमभयदं दक्षिणागे वहन्तं नागपाशां च गण्ठां डमरुकसहितं आङ्कुशं वामभागे नानालङ्कारदीप्तं स्फटिकमणिनिभं पार्वतीशं नमामि। ॐ या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्मच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिर्देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निशेषजाड्यापहा। ॐ लक्ष्मी क्षीरसमुद्रराजतनयां श्रीरङ्गधामेश्वरीं दासीभूतसमस्तदेववनितां लोकैकदीपाङ्कुरां श्रीमन्मण्डकटाक्षलब्धविभव ब्रह्मेन्द्रगङ्गाधरां तां त्रैलोक्यकुटुम्बिनीं सरसिजां वन्दे मुकुन्द प्रियाम्। ओम सीताराम पवन सुत हनुमान राधे कृष्ण की जय। Dear brothers and sisters, we will now have Hanuman chalisa and a bhajan.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुखर सुधार बरनो रघुबर बिमल जसो जो दायक फल चार बुद्धिहीन तनु जान के सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहे हरहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीश तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित नामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमत निवार सुमत के संगी। कंचन बरन विराज सुवेशा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा। हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे, कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियाहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज सवारे। लाई संजीवन लखन जियाई, श्री रघुवीर हर्ष उर लाई। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरत सम भाई। सहस वदन तुम्हरो यश गावे, अस कहि श्रीपद कंठ लगावे। संतादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद शारद सहित अहिंसा। यम कुबेर दिगपाल जाते, कवि कोविद कहि सके काते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीना, राम मिलाए राजपद दीना। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। युग सहस्त्र जो जन पर भानु, लीलो ताहि मधुर पल जानु। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माई, जल दिलांगी गए अचरज नाई। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिन पैसारे। सब सुख लही तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज समारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाकते कापे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नाशे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा। संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन कर्म वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, तासु अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों युग परताप तुम्हारा, है पर तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अस्त सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता, असबर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भज राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुपतिपुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्त न धरहि, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करहि। संकट हरे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। यह शत बार पाठ कर जोई, छूटे ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सीधी साखी गौरी सा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, की जयनाथ हृदय महादेरा। की जयनाथ हृदय महादेरा, की जयनाथ हृदय महादेरा। पवन तने संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति राम लखन सीता सहित। हृदय बसो सुरभूमि। जय जय राम जय राम, जय जय राम जय राम। जय जय राम जय राम, जय जय राम जय राम। भय प्रगट कृपाला, दीन दयाला, कौशल्या हितकारी। हर्षित महतारी, मुनि मनहारी, अद्भुत रूप विचारी। जय जय राम जय राम, जय जय राम जय राम। लोचन अभिरामा, तन घन श्यामा, निज आयुध भुज चारी। भूषण बनमाला, नैन विशाला, शोभा सिंधु करारी। जय जय राम जय राम, जय जय राम जय राम। जय जय राम जय राम, जय जय राम जय राम। कही दुई कर जोड़ी, असतुत तोड़ी, कही विधि करू अनंता। माया गुण ज्ञाना, आतित माना, वेद पुराण भनंता। करुणा सुख सागर सब गुण आगर, जेहि गावे ही श्रुति संता। सो मम हित लागी जन अनुरागी, भयु प्रगट श्रीकंता। जय जय राम जय राम, जय जय राम जय राम, जय जय राम जय राम, जय जय राम जय राम। ब्रह्मांड निकाई निर्मत माई, रोम रोम प्रतिवेद कहे। मम उरसो बासी यही उपहासी, सुनत धीर पति तीर न रहे। उपजा जब ज्ञाना प्रभु मुस्काना, चरित बहुत विधि कीन चहे। कही कथा सुहाई मातु भुजाई, जही प्रकार सुति प्रेम लगे। जय जय राम जय राम, जय जय राम जय राम, जय जय राम जय राम, जय जय राम जय राम। माता पुन बोली सोमत डोली, तजहु तात यह रूपा। कीजे सुलीला अति प्रिय शीला, यह सुख परम अनुपा। सुनी बचन सुजाना रोदन ताना, हुई बालक सुर भूपा। यह चरित जगावे हरिपद पावे, तेन पर ही भोपूपा। जय जय राम जय राम, 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 जय जय राम जय राम।
Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Radhe Govind. We are now going to do Gita part, and we are in the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and we are going to recite verse number 9 today. I encourage you to try to recite the verse as well, even if it is in your mind. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayana Vasudevam, Surin Mitraryudasina Madhyastaha Dveshya Bandhushu, Sadhushvapi cha Papeshu Samabhuddhirvishishyate. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudevam. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Radhe Govind. In this verse, Bhagwan is setting out to describe a beautiful term that is used in our scripture that is called Samabuddhi. Samabuddhi, another word for this or similar word to this is Samadarshi. Many saints and seers have described Bhagwan as being Samadarshi. One can be Samadarshi. Samadarshi means one who looks at all things with an equal eye. But the word equal is in inverted commas, which we're going to explain in more detail just now. But in order for one to see things and see the world with an equal eye, he must have Samabuddhi, because it is the buddhi that causes us to see. And Samabuddhi therefore means one who has a equiposed mind, an objective mind, and is superior to all others. Therefore, taking sides, being partial, etc., in situations may not always be the highest level of thinking. Okay, I know you have heard things like, if you sit on the fence, you're actually taking sides. If you remain neutral, you are encouraging the evil, etc. So all of these are complex thoughts that we must digest a little bit better. In this particular verse, Bhagwan is dealing with our actions, our thoughts, and how we need to approach things to maintain this objectivity that is required for us to make the right decisions. Okay? So in order for us to understand every situation, one of the first things we need to do is we must not shoot the messenger. In all situations, don't shoot the messenger. Another beautiful term that is used is play the ball and not the man. Because once we are playing the man, we are getting emotionally entangled in the process, and it means then that we're not going to make an objective decision. Now let us look at the actual words that Bhagwan. So I've given you an overview on ideas that you can think about while we get into this verse. Suhrid. Any word in Sanskrit, or most words in Sanskrit, if you add the prefix su to it, it gives it a positive, a even more positive outlook. Okay? So if I use the word buddhi, buddhi is already quite a positive word, but if I use the word subuddhi, it means you are exceptionally intelligent. So suhrid, hrid means heart. Okay, hriday means heart, and suhrid means one of pure heart, one who is a well-wisher, one who is naturally disposed to love, and one who is not expecting anything in return. This person is called Suhrid. So Bhagavan says there's a person in this world that is called Suhrid. Then there is one that is called Mitra. Mitra means a friend. Who is a friend? There are wonderful, beautiful kathas about friends in our scriptures. There's great prominence placed on it. And a friend is one. There's a difference between a friend and a pure-hearted person. A friend may not necessarily help you to make the correct decision because the friend is inclined towards you and may be afraid to hurt your feelings, etc. So there's subtle differences here that I hope you are picking up. The next word is Ari. Therefore, we have Su, Khrin, Mitrarya, Udasinaha. Ari means a foe, an enemy. And the next word, which is Udasinaha, means one who is neutral. Then the next word is Madhyastha. Madhyas means the one who is a mediator. Dvesha means one who has hatred. And bandhushu, bandhu means relatives. Okay, bandhushu, all of these together. Sadhushwapi chapapeshu. Sadhu means a saintly person. Papeshu means the sinner, who is directly opposite. Sama buddhir, to see all of these with an equiposed mind. Vishishyate, such a person stands supreme in this world. So it means that we must view all of these people in a fair manner. So whether it is the sadhu that is doing something wrong, or it is the sinner that is doing something wrong, we need to understand what the wrong is, not the fact of who is performing it, who is doing the wrong. Can you see the difference here? So it means that we must be objective in our approach to all of these things. Okay? So Bhagavan is saying that such a person who sees this, who has this equiposed vision, it means that in reality, he can see God everywhere. Swami Vivekananda said something very interesting with regards to this, which you can also think about in trying to understand this verse. Swami Vivekananda said that instead of looking at a person as a sadhu or a sinner, we should simply look at ourselves, that is humanity, as people that have error, Bhranti. All of us have the ability to make mistakes. The nature of our error is more and less, and the frequency of our error is more and less. So the sadhu will also have some error in him. He will do it less often because he's more aware and he's more knowledgeable and more disciplined. And the nature of what he does may be less severe. Lekin papi, the sinner, is different. He's also committing error. He's doing it more often. He's doing it more blatantly. And the results of what he's doing is more severe. But the point that Swami Vivekananda made is that both the sinner and the sadhu have error in them. And therefore, rather than judging them, we should encourage all to lessen their errors. He says this is what humanity is all about. And by doing that and viewing it in that way, one can be described as sama buddhi. So diversity that we speak about, in reality, the one who is highly situated, who is elevated in his thoughts, he limits this idea of diversity and obtains his objectiveness. And rather than getting embroiled in judging, he remains aloof of it. Such a person is sama buddhi. And this nature nature that I've just described now is exactly how Bhagwan views this creation. If you can just imagine, Bhagwan is above all of us and he's watching all of us from there. The minute he gets embroiled in what we are doing and becomes judgmental, it means that he could get entangled in it. He therefore does not get entangled in it. He's just the observer, knowing that all errors, all people that are committing errors must slowly rectify their situation and improve. And the sinner that we are judgmental about, one day he's going to be a sadhu, either in this life or the next life or the next life. So what was the purpose of us being judgmental? We didn't help his journey, we didn't help his process. If we simply set out to be non-judgmental but help them to improve, then we are samadarshi and samabuddhi. Many opposites are mentioned in this verse. And to understand these opposites a little bit better, I'm going to use one more example, and that is of fire. See, fire can burn things and destroy things. Fire can also keep you warm in the winter. Fire also, that same fire helps us to cook our food, etc. So when we look at fire, we try to look at the positive things related to fire and pray that the fire doesn't become destructive and harm us. With these words, we will conclude our Gita discourse today, and we'll now prepare for Ramcharit Manas, the recital of Ramayana. Jai Shri Krishna. To commence the Ramayana recital, we are going to recite the Ramayana Stuti, which is on your screen. Once again, I pray and I appeal to all of you to recite this, to sing this Ramayana. Let these words come out of your mouth as well. Om Jai Sumirat Siddhi Hoy Sitaram Gananayak Karivar Badana Karo Anugrah Soy Sitaram Buddhirasi Shubha Guna Sadhana Mukha Hohi Bachal Sitaram Pangu Chadahi Girivar Gahana जासु कृपा सुदयालु सीताराम द्रवो सकल कलिमल दहन नील सरोरो श्याम सीताराम तरुण अरुण बारिज नयन करो सो मम उरधाम सीताराम सदा क्षीर सागर शयन कुंद इंदु समदेह सीताराम उमा रमन करुणायन जाई दीन परनेह सीताराम करो कृपा मर्दन मयन बंदो गुरुपद कंज सीताराम कृपा सिंधु नर रूप हरि महामोहतम पुंज सीताराम जासु बचन रवि कर निकर सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय कथा आरंभ होत है सुनो वीर हनुमान हे रामा सुनो वीर हनुमान आसन को प्रभु आइए सिया सखा सहित भगवान सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय. We are reciting Doha number 250 of the Balkand. तमकी दरही धनु मूड नृप उठहि न चलहि लजाहि मनहु पाहि बट बाहु बलु अधिकुह अधिक गुरु गरुआई सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय. रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम भूप सहस दस एक ही बारा लगे उठावन टरहिन टारा डगहिन शंभु सरासनु कैसे कामी बचन सती मनु जैसे रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम सबन पबहे लोगु उपहासी जैसे बिनु बिराग सन्यासी कीरति विजय भीरता भारी चले चाप कर भर बसहारी रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम श्री हत भये हारी राजा, बैठे निज निज जाय समाजा। नृपन बिलो की जनक अकुलाने, बोले बचन रोष जनुसाने। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। दीप दीप के भूपति नाना, आये सुनी हम जो पनुटाना। देव दनुज धरि मनुज शरीरा, विपुल बीर आये रणधीरा। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। जय श्री राम. We are in the midst of the Maka Yagya, the Dhanush Yagya, and we are seeing the behavior or the ongoings of the kings that and the princes that have arrived here, and were foolish enough to challenge Sri Ram, firstly. Secondly, to challenge the bow of Bhagwan Shiv, and obviously indirectly challenging Bhagwan Shiv. Why am I saying challenging Bhagwan Shiv? You see, not all of us were put on this earth to go and string the bow of Bhagwan Shiv. Therefore, for a long time, this bow was kept in Janakpur. And what was happening to the bow there? It was being worshipped. So every time we see a bow or a weapon in Bhagwan's hands, it doesn't mean that we can simply copy Bhagwan and wield the same kind of weapons that he does. This Shiv Dhanush for us is meant for worshipping. Now these kings, we know that Raja Janak has put out this offer for any king to come and lift this bow. But we can't simply, as ordinary people, we can't simply take up every challenge, even though it goes against the grain of our dharma. So these kings, Tulsidas Ji describes them as Mooda Nripa. Mooda Nripa means foolish kings, and kings are supposed to be wise. And he says that they strained themselves, Tamaki Darahi, they strained themselves to do what? To lift up this bow. And what did it result in? So when we take up a challenge that we know we are not built for, it ends in embarrassment. So Tulsidas Ji says that it resulted in lajai. Lajai means they were put to shame. And each of them that tried to lift the bow, when the next person tried, the bow seemed even heavier, because it seems like all the effort that the person before them put into it, their effort made the bow heavier. This is what Tulsidas Ji says to us here. And then in the Doha, he says that Bhupa Sahasadasa Ekahi Bara. It seemed as if 10,000 of these kings one time tried to lift this bow, but Lage Utavana Tarahi Natara. It didn't even move 1 inch, this bow. So the question you may ask is, how can 10,000 kings try to lift the bow in one go? This is a figure of speech that is being used by Tulsidas Ji to describe to you that these were very powerful kings. Prior to coming here, they were famous in the world for their strength. And even if it was just 10 of them trying to lift this bow, you must remember Bhagwan Shiv is described as being higher, much higher in height than the largest horse we know. So you can imagine the size of his bow when he walks on this earth. So it is possible that at least 10 of them would have been able to trying to lift it. But because of their strength and valor, Tulsidas ji describes this as 10,000 of them. Okay? And he says, although they tried together to lift it, it didn't even move an inch. Now, what amazes me about these so-called kings who were supposed to be wise is that if 10 of them were trying to lift it at one time and they managed to lift it, which one of them would have married Mata Sita? They would have had a merry fight right then and there after doing that. Having said that, we all know that this is the Shiva Dhanush. This is the great bow of Bhagwan Shiva, and they didn't have any chance. And Tulsidas ji says, how can they have even thought of moving this bow of Shiva when it is unstirrable, it is unshakable? See, Bhagwan Shiv is Ananta Shakti, and with with this idea in thought, who would move that bow if he didn't want it to move? Nobody would be able to move it, because this bow was destined to be strung by Sri Ram. Who is Sri Ram in relation to Bhagwan Shiv? Sri Ram is the apple of Bhagwan Shiv's eye. And to Sri Ram, Bhagwan Shiv is Rameshwar. He's the Lord. He's his father. And so there was absolutely no chance. So Tulsidas ji says, just like how there was no chance of moving this bow, similarly, he says, Kami vachan sati manu jaise. That means a lustful man who's trying to use persuasive words to distract a sati. A sati means one who is very devoted to her husband, extremely devoted to her husband. She would rather die than do anything to go against her husband in any way or betray her husband in any way. So he says, just like how a sati who has made up her mind will not be stirred, similarly the bow of Shiva cannot be stirred. Sabanripabahe jogu upahasa. All of these kings made a fool of themselves. It became a little bit of a laughing matter, seeing them with their big muscles and their adornments and their crowns coming to lift this bow of Shiva, sticking out their chests, perhaps with some ego, couldn't even move it. It started to look funny. Jaise binu birag sannyasi. See, kings are supposed to be very, very powerful. They're supposed to walk and carry themselves with dignity. And so when they were trying to lift this bow and they couldn't do it, they looked funny. Tulsidas ji says, similarly, a sannyasi would also look foolish if he did not have any discipline. So, a sannyasi may be one who adorns the orange garb, but if he's lacking in all other disciplines, what is the difference? What is that garb going to do? It does nothing to describe his character. So similarly, Tulsidas ji makes this comparison. Kirti Vijaya Bhirataha Bari Chale Chapakara Barbasahari. You know, Barbas can mean wasted. So all their Kirti means their fame, Vijay means victory, and Bhirata means their strength. All their great strength, their fame, and their past victories all went to dust. It went to nothing now because they couldn't move this bow. Nripaha bilo kihi janakahu. Oh, sorry, I missed a line. Shri Hatabaye Hari Hiya Raja. All these defeated kings, Bete Nija Nija Jai Samaja. They went back to their places and sat with their own kind, with their own friends. When you go to any place where there is a challenge going on, you know what we have when there's a challenge going on? We have a thing called teams. See, you'll have team A and team B. if you're watching a cricket match, there's two teams involved, isn't it? Sometimes it is two countries involved. Now, you won't find a batsman getting out, okay, especially if he gets out for the first ball, going and sitting in the camp of the other team. You won't find that. He'll go sit with his own teammates who will console him and say, don't worry, you tried, or may even say, you know what, you were not out. That LBW decision you got out, it was not out. His teammates will tell him that. Therefore, it is in his interest to go and sit in his own camp. Whereas, if this person went into the camp of the opposing team, they will mock him, they will laugh at him. So these kings were very clever. They went back and sat down with their own teammates. People who can say there's something wrong with this whole competition, this thing is rigged, or something like that. So they went and sat down there. Then, Nripahanna below ki Janaka kulane. Raja Janak, seeing all of these great kings failing in their attempts, he became worried. Bole vachana rosha janusane. He spoke, the word rosh can mean anger. I would like to interpret it in this verse as frustration. Raja Janak was frustrated that after making all these preparations, inviting kings from all over the place, this is what is happening. Deep Deepake Bhupati Nana, Aya Suni Hamajo Panotana. From all over the globe, from all over the universe, kings have heard about this competition, this Dhanush Yagya that I have arranged. And what has happened? They have all come here. In other words, he is saying that there's nobody else that I could have invited beyond this. I've invited everybody from every part of the globe. They heard about it and they came. And who came? Not just kings, Deva Danuja Dhari Manuja Sarira. Deva Danuja. Devatas came. Danuja means Asurs, Rakshasas. But how did they come? Manuja Sarira. They took the human form and appeared there. This is a very, very interesting point. So even Ravan that we know, we just celebrated Dashahera, 10-headed Ravan, didn't come with these 10 heads there. He came dressed as a normal human being to disguise himself. Because think about it, Mother Sita is beautiful, she's petite, etc. Will she look at a Rakshas? No. So they came disguised. Now this is the next point. How does one expect to string the bow of Lord Shiva when you're already coming in a kapat roop? Kapat roop means you are already being devious. You're disguising yourself. This is one of the reasons I actually don't use makeup. I don't want to disguise myself. Just some humor for you. Bipula bira aye ranadira. So people of great power came here. People who are staunch in battle. All kinds of beings have come here. And still, you are unable to do anything. He then says, Kuari Manohara. He says there is a most exceptional princess. The most outstanding princess you'll find in the whole world is here. He says, Vijaya Badi. The victory that one can get here is unspoken of. Our Kirti Ati Kamaniya, the fame that you will get off, not just the victory, the world, this word would spread far and wide if you strung this bow of Shiva. Pavanahara Viranshi Janu Rachehu Na Dhano Damaniya. He says, it seems to me that Brahma, Viranshi, has not yet created such a man who is worthy of this beautiful princess, who is worthy of such victory, and is worthy of this kind of fame. This is what Raja Janak declares here. In frustration, he says all of this. But of course, we all know that the one who is capable of doing all of this and more is yet to come and stand before the bow to hear about that exciting part and the events associated with it. You must stay tuned to the satsang in the coming weeks, and we will see what happens. Katha visarjana hota hai, suno veer Hanuman, आसन को प्रभु जाइए, सिया सखा सहित भगवान, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय. Jai Shri Ram. We will now have bhajan and aarti.
ऐसी लागी लगन, ऐसी लागी लगन, ऐसी लागी लगन. ऐसी लागी लगन, मेरा हो गई मगन. ऐसी लागी लगन, मेरा हो गई मगन. वो तो गली गली हरी गुन गाने लगी. महलों में पली बन के जोगन चली. महलों में पली बन के जोगन चली. मेरा रानी दीवानी कहानी लगी. ऐसी लागी लगन, मेरा हो गई मगन. कोई रोके नहीं, कोई टोके नहीं. मेरा गोविंद गोपाल गाने लगी. कोई रोके नहीं, कोई टोके नहीं. मेरा गोविंद गोपाल गाने लगी. बैठी संतों के संग रंग मोहन के रंग. मेरा प्रेमी प्रीतम को मनाने लगी. वो तो गली गली हरी गुन गाने लगी. ऐसी लागी लगन, मेरा हो गई मगन. ऐसी लागी लगन, मेरा हो गई मगन. वो तो गली गली हरी गुन गाने लगी. महलों में पली बन के जोगन चली. मेरा रानी दीवानी कहानी लगी. ऐसी लागी लगन, मेरा हो गई मगन. ऐसी लागी लगन, मेरा हो गई मगन. राधा ने विष दिया, मानो अमृत पिया. मेरा सागर में सरिता समाने लगी. राधा ने विष दिया, मानो अमृत पिया. मेरा सागर में सरिता समाने लगी. दुख लाखों सहे, मुख से गोविंद कहे. मेरा गोविंद गोपाल गाने लगी. वो तो गली गली हरी गुन गाने लगी. ऐसी लागी लगन, मेरा हो गई मगन. ऐसी लागी लगन, मेरा हो गई मगन. वो तो गली गली हरी गुन गाने लगी. महलों में पली बन के जोगन चली. मेरा रानी दीवानी कहानी लगी. ऐसी लागी लगन, मेरा हो गई मगन. ऐसी लागी लगन, ऐसी लागी लगन.
सजा दो घर को गुलशन सा, सजा दो घर को गुलशन सा, अवध में राम आए हैं। सजा दो घर को गुलशन सा, अवध में राम आए हैं। अवध में राम आए हैं, मेरे सरकार आए हैं। मेरे सरकार आए हैं। लगे कुटिया भी दुल्हन सी, लगे कुटिया भी दुल्हन सी, अवध में राम आए हैं। पखारो इनकी चरणों को, बहाकर प्रेम की गंगा। पखारो इनकी चरणों को, बहाकर प्रेम की गंगा। बहाकर प्रेम की गंगा। बिछा दो अपनी पलकों को, बिछा दो अपनी पलकों को, अवध में राम आए हैं। सजा दो घर को गुलशन सा, मेरे सरकार आए। तुम आकर फिर नहीं जाना मेरे इस सुनी दुनिया से। तुम आकर फिर नहीं जाना मेरे इस सुनी दुनिया से। तुम आकर फिर नहीं जाना मेरे इस सुनी दुनिया से। सोनी दुनिया से कहूँ हरदम यही सबसे, कहूँ हरदम यही सबसे, मेरे सरकार आए हैं। सजा दो घर को गुलशन सा, मेरे सरकार आए। लगे कुटिया भी दुल्हन सी, लगे कुटिया भी दुल्हन सी, अवध में राम आए हैं। मेरे सरकार आए हैं। जगदीश हरे, स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट, क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। फल पावे, दुख बिन से मन का, स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का। सुख संपत्ति घर आवे, सुख संपत्ति घर आवे, कष्ट मिटे तन का। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। मात पिता तुम मेरे, शरण गहूँ किसकी, स्वामी शरण गहूँ मैं किसकी। तुम बिन और न दूजा, प्रभु बिन और न दूजा, आश करूँ जिसकी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम पूर्ण परमात्मा, तुम अंतर्यामी, स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी। पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, तुम सबके स्वामी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम करुणा के सागर, तुम पालन करता, स्वामी तुम पालन करता। मैं मूरख कल कामी, मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी, कृपा करो धरता। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम हो एक अगोचर, सबके प्राणपति, स्वामी सबके प्राणपति। किस विध मिलो दया में, किस विध मिलो दया में, तुमको मैं कुमति। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। दीन बंधु दुख हरता, तुम राक्षक मेरे, स्वामी तुम राक्षक मेरे। करुणा हस्त बढ़ाओ, करुणा हस्त बढ़ाओ, द्वार पड़ा में तेरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। विषय विकार मिटाओ, पाप हरो देवा। स्वामी पाप हरो देवा। श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ, श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ, संतन की सेवा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। प्रेम सभा सब मिलकर निश दिन यही गावो, स्वामी निश दिन यही गावो। पार लगा दो नैया, पार लगा दो नैया, यही अरज गाओ। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट, क्षण में दूर करें। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। माता जय जगदीश हरे।
कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। मङ्गलं भगवान् विष्णुः मङ्गलं गरुडध्वज मङ्गलं पुण्डरीकाक्ष मङ्गलाय तनोहरि। सर्वमङ्गलमङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। नारायणी नमोस्तुते। नारायणी नमोस्तुते। ओम यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मान्तरकृतानि च तानि तानि विनश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणा पदे पदे। Put your hands together and let us conclude this satsang. Om Sarvesham Swastirбhavatu, Sarvesham Shantirбhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukhabhag Bhavet. ओम असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम अपराध सहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हर्निशं मया दासोऽयमिति मां मत्वा क्षमस्व परमेश्वर। आवाहनं न जानामि विसर्जनं पूजां चैव न जानामि क्षमस्व परमेश्वर। अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मत्कारुण्य भावेन रक्ष त्वं परमेश्वर। बोलिए विघ्नहर्ता गणेश भगवान की जय। जगत जननी पार्वती माता की जय। शिव शंकर भगवान की जय। सीता रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। लक्ष्मण जी की जय। महावीर स्वामी बजरंग बली की जय। श्री लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की जय। श्री राधे कृष्ण भगवान की जय। ओम नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव हर। जय जय श्री राधे। जय जय श्री राधे। जय जय श्री राधे श्याम। जय सिया राम।